Re-recording day 78. The file corrupted. So this is take 2. That was 6 minutes gone, bro. So our trade today, I was looking initially to sell. Low-key, don't know why. Kind of stupid. But then I was like, low-key is because I thought the Tokyo low was easier to get. And also because price had already made like a sweep, and I just saw no reason for it to like not take this. Wait, what? No, it's because I figured that off of sweeping the 5-minute swing high on USD JPY, I was like, okay, low key price, what reason does it have to push higher other than, I don't know, picking up some buy stops in the imbalance, which is like kind of exactly what it did. So that's why I was like, okay, wait, my bearish bias is low-key invalid. So I was like, okay, I think, yeah, it really does look like a bullish bias, especially because I was like, well, the 4 hourly is done with its bearish retrace. The 1 hourly is starting to move with some bullish order flow. I think the bullish move is on now. We're back into our bullish, continuing our bullish trend, and eventually we'll come for that tippity top New York high and break past it and start moving out. Maybe, hopefully, maybe not today. Maybe New York will do that. Who knows? But it definitely seems like London was moving a bit bullish, especially because I figured that Tokyo was the retrace session, and so I figured, okay, I think London should be the reversal. Then we already had our reversal begin before London session, pre-market, and then I was like, okay, then that means London's the continuation. So I looked for the continuation. Off of rip, market opens, we start pushing way past this 5-minute swing high. So it's okay, cool. And now I'm just expecting for a little retrace back into the swing high and a bit below it, especially into the imbalance to pick up some buy stops. That was my entry, that was my conditions, and I was meeting my conditions, especially because that imbalance where the buy stops were was sitting at equilibrium, 5-minute equilibrium, which was great. All the confluence were starting to line up, but we started moving sideways and we started consolidating at my entry, at the critical entry point, where the exact part where I was like, okay, this is where my entry should be. It started moving sideways, and that kind of just invalidated the whole idea just because of that stupid sideways movement. And so I was just, okay, there's no more, like, price is not going to do anything more now. And so I just left it at that. So yeah, and I stayed on until about like 9 o'clock ish, 8:50, but it was about 8:35 ish when it started consolidating, and I was like, yeah, there's no hope. There's no way we can keep, if we're gonna move bullish, the entry for me will not be there. Like, if it does continue bullish, I'm sure it did, and it actually did, and it did take out Tokyo high, and it's about to take out this target up here with a New York session. So yeah, I'm sure it's gonna come for the New York high by the end of the session, so that New York can push through and make a new high, and continue the 4-hour daily bullish trend. But I'm not there for that. So yeah, nothing lost, nothing gained. That's today's trade. I was pretty disciplined. I was very patient, very attentive. I didn't get distracted. But yeah, so I followed all my rules, my second candle rule. So I was just disciplined. So that was good, and that's the only reason why I didn't lose, because I didn't fall for any buy traps or anything like that. It was great. So good discipline by me. but no entry, unfortunately. Yeah, but today I was looking for an hour. I was looking at the theory behind smart money concepts, and smart money concepts, more specifically, order blocks. Just because that was like the first thing I looked at. There's gonna be more I'm gonna look into, just the theory behind all these concepts and all these, I guess, mechanisms, confluences, if you will, and just like why it works and why it does that and how it works. So the theory behind order blocks, and I understand it now. So I'm gonna look more into other stuff that should hopefully expand my understanding. Like maybe not expand, because no, it will expand my understanding. It'll make it more in depth, and my head will be a bit more clear coming to the market. So it takes out the bit of guesswork, and I kind of have the mindset of how the strategy works. Because the whole idea of smart money concept strategies is to follow the same moves that the big banks make, the big players, JP and all them, and you want to be following them. And so if you want to follow them, you got to know what they're thinking and what they want to do to make their moves, and copy that basically and move along with them. And so I think my understanding's gone a lot better. I also looked at TJR. I looked at one of his recaps and just saw what he does differently to me, just to see, am I straying too far? Am I, or am I on point? And I looked at it and I thought, well, he tends to focus more on imbalances. He's more likely to enter off of just imbalances getting filled as liquidity, especially high time frame imbalances. He likes those, and he does work off of low time frame lows or highs being swept. Low time frame, low resistance lows. He considers resistance of highs and lows, and that was something I did a lot more back before my hiatus, but I think I wasn't considering it that much. Now that I'm back, over time, with more back testing, I'm gonna start refining my approach and understand what really works for me. Again, because it's been a while. But also, yeah. Other than that, I did like 3 hours of back testing, running just like a weekly simulation, just running along a whole week on the same pair, and really just like finding entries, seeing where the strategy works, and blah blah blah. I'm gonna keep doing that. It's really helpful. But yeah, it's a lot to say. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I've got for today. Oh, if this file corrupts, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, anyway, good night. God bless.